Longclaw is not dead. Now, I know how that sounds, especially since there are some emotional moments in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and even in 3 that are dedicated to how hard it is on Sonic growing up without her. But when looking at the track records of these movies and how this sort of stuff works in TV, as well as a comment from a screenwriter on the movies, there's a chance out there that Longclaw is somewhere. Oh, not dead somewhere. Now, if you clicked on this video, you know what happens, so I'll try to keep this short. Longclaw dies in the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Anyways, when looking at the Sonic the Hedgehog movies and how the whole universe works, taking Sonic the Hedgehog 2 as an example for this point, Dr. Eggman gets his giant robot destroyed by one glowing yellow hedgehog. No, not that one, he doesn't glow. Now, as Eggman is falling to his death, he exclaims, "Later, hater," before the audience presumes he's dead. I mean, come on, a fall from that height would definitely kill any normal human being. However, Eggman is not a normal human being, and he is also in a movie, hence his appearance in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And while shown in a deleted scene from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that, in all honesty, I don't know why it was deleted. This would have made so much sense and should have been in the movie. We see that he was very close to death, he was incredibly hurt, but he eventually made some sort of recovery. Now, the number one rule we take away from this is that if there's not a dead body shown on screen, the character could possibly still be alive. Now, to further this point, we'll go to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, when Commander Walters, God rest his amazing soul, dies in the Chow Cafe. After the big long talk with Sonic telling him what to do to further the plot of the movie, we can see that he is dead. We watch it behind tear-filled eyes and sniffles. Or maybe at least I did. So to add to the point, Commander Walters and Robotnik both had death scenes in movies. Commander Walters has happened on screen and he died. But Robotnik's happened off screen and lo and behold, he is back in the game. Now, applying this logic to the first Sonic the Hedgehog, which just recently turned 6 years old, happy birthday to the Sonic movies. We know that when Longclaw is about to face off against the echidnas, the ring closes before we ever get to see the big fight happen. Then we do a skip forward through time and, oh no, Longclaw is dead. But how do we know that for sure? Think about it, we don't see a dead body, we do not see the fight happen, we know that Longclaw was a pretty powerful warrior, and yeah, considering it was a lot of echidnas, maybe it was a hard one. Or maybe she survived. But oh no, what's this? A flaw in the rule? As in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 prequel comic, there's a page where Tails goes to Longclaw and Sonic's home specifically saying,
"They say that no one has visited here for years, out of respect."
When he's walking around the place, Tails comes across a memorial for Longclaw and there's a photo of her which looks like a school day picture. Like seriously, who took that picture? How did that picture exist? Who made the big owl pose for a picture? And then they somehow managed to take that photo, print it out and put... I'm losing sight of the main point. The main point here is that Tails is at a memorial for Longclaw, and those are usually held for people who are dead. But here comes another rebuttal. People might have set this for her after hearing of the big fight that happened. There's no sort of coffin, there isn't her body laid out on the floor. I will tap to the board and bring up the Sonic movie rule again, that there is no body, we do not see a dead body, that equals that they could possibly still be alive. Tails does specifically say that this is where Longclaw fell, but last time I checked, if you fall over, you can get back up. Pretty easily, you just use your hands, or maybe the wings in her case. Now when we think about all of this, there's one question throughout the entire thing. If Longclaw is still alive, why has she not come to check on Sonic? She definitely knows he is on Earth, that is specifically where she sent him. So why did he never see her again? Well, I have 3 specific points related to this, you can pick yourself which one you'd like most. Option number 1 is that she can't. I don't know, she doesn't have like rings or transportation, or maybe the echidnas locked her up and stole her "I can go see Sonic anytime I want" powers. Now option number 2 is she doesn't want to risk ruining Sonic and all the progress he's made moving on from her death. I don't know, she could have been busy doing other stuff, and when she was finally ready, she decided it'd be better to let him just kind of exist, thinking that she's dead. I mean, come on, if you think your mother died after like 10 years, she just pops back up, that'd definitely screw with you a little bit. Or maybe she thought he died on Earth and just didn't want to know and didn't want to risk it. And then option number 3 is she's in hiding somewhere. I have absolutely no clue where she would be hiding, but she would rather let the world think she's dead so she doesn't have to fight and she can just sit and watch like TikToks or something. At the end of the day, this is all just a theory, it's all just speculation, overthinking about the Sonic movies a little too much. This will usually come as a result of having no friends and way too much free time, so don't take this as pure fact. The movies definitely do imply that she is dead, but they have also implied that other characters have died before. So I don't care, it's fair game. But there's never really been a body shown, and we don't really know for sure if she'll ever make another appearance at any point in time. But wait. On the 34th episode of the GHZ podcast, they have a special guest by the name of, Pat Casey, who, for those of you who are unaware, has worked screenwriting the Sonic movies. They sat down and had a conversation with him about how he was doing writing with all of the Sonic movies after Sonic the Hedgehog 2 came out and what the entire experience was like. Now, before I play this clip from the podcast, I just want you to know that this episode specifically released after the prequel comic where Tails visits Longclaw's place of memorial. Just putting that out there before people say, oh, but the comic... No, this came out after the comic had released.
Speaking of Knuckles' loneliness, is it canon that Longclaw just murdered all of the echidnas in that scene?
Yeah, what happened there?
I mean, I would say the canon is we don't know for sure, right? Like none of them ever returned home. Like did Longclaw take them all out in just like an unbelievably bloody battle? That's certainly possible, but that's not guaranteed to be what necessarily happened.
Maybe she dumped them through a ring onto some other location.
I mean, do we know for a fact that Longclaw's even dead? Hard to say.
Yeah.
No one's seen her body,
Yeah.
you know?
That's true. That's a good point.
So even a screenwriter for the Sonic movies doesn't really know either? I guess there's really no secure answer. Give me your thoughts, give me your rebuttals. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments about rebuttals for this, but I'm just putting it out there. Longclaw might be alive. Anyways, subscribers, I'm the #1. Longclaw is definitely still alive guy. There is. That's a proven fact, by the way. That is a proven one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in a bit. Goodbye!